introduced you to Islam?
First of all, it was my brother. My oldest brother. He became a Muslim about 4 years before me, and that's the first time I heard anything about Islam, to be honest. He used to speak to me every now and again, and the little things he did say used to be, they were very, I'd say they were very interesting, and I felt, it makes a lot of sense. But I wasn't too interested in religion, if you get what I mean, at the time when I was playing football. I was at Wigan, I was scoring goals. I just wasn't interested in playing at all, into any religion really. I was brought up as a Christian, so I knew a little bit about Christianity, but it wasn't until I met who's my wife now, and she was a Muslim, but she was born in a Muslim family, but she always knew that she couldn't be married to anybody but a Muslim. And I met who's my wife now, and I was speaking to her about Islam, and she said she was Muslim, and I said my brother was a Muslim also, and a few things that he said to me were, made sense. So that was one of the reasons when after speaking to her, and she was explaining a few things about, they don't believe Jesus is God, and I said I don't believe that either, and it kind of led me to a stage where I got interested in wanting to know whether religion was actually true, whether my religion that I was brought up on was true, or Islam was true, or no religions at all were true. So I decided to go online and basically do a whole load of research of my own and see if I can make any sense of what's real, what's not, the truth from the false. So that's what happened.
So when you accepted Islam, did you get any criticism from those around you?
At first, when I first accepted Islam, people would obviously have their opinions, and they would say things that I couldn't answer at the time because I didn't know much about Islam. I just knew that if you believe these things, you're basically a Muslim. So when I went through the list, and I was like, okay, I actually believe these things, so okay, I'm a Muslim. So I made the declaration of faith, and I became Muslim, but I didn't know anything at the time. All I knew was that I believed in Allah, and I believed in all of the prophets as people, as human beings. So yeah, I did get a bit of criticism, and people saying negative things, about why they don't believe in religion, and I couldn't say anything back to them. But over the years, as I learned more and more, I'm able now to talk back to people and explain stuff, and people, they now understand a lot more things which they didn't before, and I find it, it's nice when I can, clear their understanding, change their misconceptions, and show them the real Islam and what it's really all about. And when they hear what it's really about, they don't have anything to say. When you give them an answer to one of their thoughts that they have, they don't really have anything to say. They kind of accept it. And if you spend more and more time with them, then inshallah they'd become Muslim as well. And over the years, a lot of people have become Muslim also.
What was your life like before Islam?
I'm not sure you want to hear that. No, I wasn't too far astray, I'd say. But I did used to, go out every now and again with the players and stuff like that. I used to drink minimal alcohol. I've never been drunk before anyway in my life. Never had any tattoos or anything like that. But I just lived my life, tried to be as good a person as I could be to my own set of rules, if you get what I mean. And yeah, just compared to a lot of other people, I felt like I was one of the best people there was. But it wasn't until obviously hearing about Islam and how you're really supposed to be when I had to change. But that's the thing, I didn't really have to change too many things because I wasn't too far away from what was right, if you get what I mean. So dropping alcohol wasn't difficult because I didn't really drink much anyway. If I went out, I used to drink, one of the sweet drinks that tastes like Coke anyway, and then I'd drink water the rest of the night. So it was basically only because other people were drinking. And what else? It's just obviously I didn't pray. I didn't pray. I didn't know that you had to pray. Yeah, I just basically lived to play computer games most of the day, and I actually woke up, went to training, come home, had a nap, I would play computer all day with my friend, stop for food, play some more, go to bed, and go to training. That was basically my days. And then I would travel back down to London because most of my family and my friends used to live in London. So I was from London, I used to live in Wigan. So these are the things that I used to do on a weekly basis, not, you know, knowing the reality of life and not knowing what my direction really.
What did the TV think when you accepted Islam?
Some people, they think I'm no longer interested in football because of Islam. Some people think nothing of it. So there's a whole range. There's one end and the other end. Some people, you know, they think it's okay, it's not a problem. And then you've got some people who see it as a negative, and you know, they like to talk and say things negative about Islam, but that comes with being a Muslim and being on the truth. So that's what happens.
In what ways has being a Muslim changed your life?
It's given me direction. I know now why I'm here. You know, I know what the purpose of life is. I didn't know that before. And I know what I need to do. You know, the Quran teaches us that. So I think it's made me more patient, you know, with trials that happen in life, because you know, obviously what the trials are about. So I think it just puts everything into perspective and puts everything in the right place, and you don't think of things, you don't go to extremes in thinking of things in the wrong way. So like if somebody in your family dies, you don't get upset and stop believing in Allah, things like that. You know, people in life do that. And when you watch things on TV, or you watch, and you know, the media and the way what we're living in at the moment, they make you think so many different things. You know, like you don't walk over drains because of bad luck and all this nonsense. People, they adopt these things in their life and they don't realize it. And I was no different. I'd do them things, you know, don't smash a mirror, you get 9 years bad luck or stuff like that. And you know, what happens is, you know the reality of everything as it is. So then you can say that's nonsense. I was walking the other day with the team, and there was scaffolding, and I was walking under, and one of the players pulled me and goes, "Don't walk under there." I said, "Get off me." I walked straight under. I was like, "It's bad luck." I said, "There's no bad luck." So they're the kind of things, you know, like that. But in every walk of life, everything, even something as small as going to the toilet, you don't know what you're supposed to do. If you don't know Islam, you don't know how you're supposed to go to the toilet according to the way Allah made us and told us what He wants from us. You know, how are we supposed to worship Him? So how you're supposed to be to your parents, that's, you know, that has made me more aware of how I'm supposed to be with my parents, and the rights that everybody has upon us. You know, feeding people, giving, you know, charity, everything in every area. It's put things in the right place for me. And now I can see clearly. I can see, you know, the light switched on, and I can see where the direction I'm supposed to be going. It makes things a lot easier now to be able to obviously try. But it's obviously a struggle. You still got your struggles, you still make mistakes and ask for forgiveness, but at least I know the direction now. So that's the difference.
Is it a hard time when you're fasting? Is it hard training?
I don't. To be honest, I feel okay. I think you get into a mindset where you know, it's weird. If I don't eat when I'm not fasting and I go and train, so I'll feel lightheaded. I feel, you know, shaking a little bit sometimes after training. I think, oh, I need some food quickly. But for some reason, Allah makes it easy for me. Like when it comes to Ramadan, a whole month, you get your mindset ready, you have your intention right, you eat for suhoor, and then alhamdulillah, I'm good all day. I train, I do really hard sessions, I'll play a game, and I feel okay. I don't feel, you know, like I need anything. Some people don't, some people struggle, but for me, I feel good, and I've been able to deal with it quite well, I feel.
Was it hard accepting Islam?
No, I think, like I said before, when I was reading about what you have to believe, I could tick each box very easily, and I was like, and then I was reading what you have to believe to be a Christian and what you have to believe to be a Muslim, and when I went through the lists in Christianity, I couldn't say, yeah, I believe that. I said, nope, nope, I can't believe these things. But when it came to Islam, it was so straightforward and easy. I believed them. I ticked them on, and it said afterwards, it says, if you believe all of these things, then you're already a Muslim. So just say these words, and then you're a Muslim. So I was like, oh, I'm a Muslim, okay. So then it was very easy to accept Islam for me. But even when I accepted it then, I didn't know the full extent of what Islam was. It wasn't until I met Taj, who I know you've had lessons with, and he taught me very slowly about Islam, and he gave me the right books and the right CDs to listen to, and then everything became so clear from getting the right information. That's when I realized, that's when it really kicked in, and I realized that Islam was for everybody, and I needed to give this message and give dawah to everybody. So that's what happened in the end.
You answered somewhat similar, but the ones that like they think they're like gangsters, them kind of.
They think they are. Okay, the non-Muslims, Muslims. I think they need to check who their role models should be, really. I think if you want a role model, there's no one better than Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. So you can't have people who do all sorts of haram as your role model. And obviously it's sad to see that that's what the world's coming to at the moment. Bad is good and good is bad for some reason, and everywhere you go, that's how it is. The good's always persecuted and the bad is seen as the best people in the world for some reason. So the advice would be just think about how you really want to be, and do you want to be a good person or do you want to be a bad person? Look at it and think, are the rappers, are they, what they're talking about, they don't even do really. They don't really do that stuff. So they got to realize the people that are doing that stuff are the silly people, and they only talk about that because they know people will buy it and make them rich, and then the other people are doing the stuff that they're saying, and they're the fools because they're the ones that end up unsuccessful in this world. So change your role models.